Well, I've always felt I've had a very strong relationship with Jesus since I was a little girl. I just always had this pull, even when I didn't know what it was. I was raised Catholic, and that gave me the stories and I guess the knowledge base of Jesus, but certainly not a relationship with him, or at least at the church that I was raised in. And then my parents started church hopping, and I learned this other side of Jesus, this man, somebody who gives you grace, and just this different side of him. I actually, started reading the Bible and the Word, and again felt more of a pull. I felt like I was saved. I felt like I could lean on him, and I went through some very, very difficult times in my life, and I just knew that Jesus always had my back and was always there for me, even when I got a little prodigal and kind of just separated myself from him. He just always had his hand on me and didn't let me go, and I'm just so blessed and so grateful for that. My friend Marianne Wood had always talked about her church and how great and how wonderful it was, and I was going to a different church at the time. And then I stopped going to that church and just kind of was just lolling around, wasn't really doing much with my faith and my relationship with Christ. I would pray, and she never pushed or anything. And then and as soon as I walked into CrossPointe and I heard Chan speaking, I just immediately knew that it was not him speaking, it was the Holy Spirit. And I realized at that moment that this was the church that I had been looking for, that I had been praying for a very long time. Well, my anxiety has definitely calmed down to an extreme degree. It was very, very, very tough year last year, but I had an aha moment when Chan was speaking a couple weeks ago, and he said, when you're going through the storm, you don't know what it is, why it is, but the Lord will get you through it. And I looked down, and fortunately for me, I've been able to help, well, not me, Jesus through me has been able to help a couple people with anxiety, struggling with anxiety issues in the church or family members. And that is such a blessing to me that I went through this, and it brought me to CrossPointe. It brought me back to my relationship with Christ, and I was through Christ, I was able to help others. So whether it's changing a diaper or playing Barbie dolls with my daughter, my relationships with my friends and my family, driving a car, which is something that the Lord needs to work on me with, because I still need a little grace with that one. But everything that I do is worship for the Lord, and I didn't understand that either. So everything that I do is important, and I can worship the Lord, washing dishes and scrubbing the floor, being in a book club, helping out at the church, doing charity work. Nothing is too small or too big that it's not worship for the Lord. So for that, again, it's just changed my life, just how I look at everything, and how I am with my family, and how I plan to move on from here. And again, I'm just gonna let God work through me and go where he asks. And I never thought I would get to that point. So I'm blessed for Jesus, I'm blessed for CrossPointe, and I'm blessed to see what happens in the future.